guys, welcome to Picture Perfect Dori Gray. So today I'm going to teach you how to find your lipstick shade. Now I know you think you know your shade, but I'm telling you, you have no idea what your real shade is if you haven't gone through hours of careful and thoughtful analysis of every aesthetic aspect of your face. Oh. Hello? Okay, where are you? Do you need me to bring you anything? Okay, calm down. I'll be there in just a few minutes. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. Okay.
Harry, you know you can't smoke in here.
But what's the point of dying of lung cancer if I can't take you with me, Basil? So have you made any art lately?
I've been working on a few different projects. I haven't finished anything though, except for a selfie.
A selfie? A selfie is not art.
I'd argue against that. I think a selfie can be a perfectly legitimate piece of art.
Fine, show me this perfectly legitimate piece of art. Well, you're not wrong. That is a pretty nice selfie. Are you going to post it to Tumblr with all of your other art?
I don't think I'll post it anywhere.
Not post it? Basil, it's a selfie. It's meant to be shared on the internet. I tell you, you art majors are odd. You do anything to gain a reputation, and the moment you have one, you want to throw it away. It's just dumb. There's only one thing worse than being talked about, and it's not being talked about. A selfie that great would set you apart as the pioneer of a new form of visual art. It would make the old artists jealous, if old men are capable of emotion.
I know you think I'm weird, but I really can't post it. I've put too much of myself into it.
Basil, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but that isn't you. You aren't in that picture, like, at all. I love you and all, but you're nothing compared to that hot piece of work. She looks like she's made of ivory and rose leaves and, well, you don't need to be beautiful. You've got the whole intellectual thing going for you. But beauty, real beauty is where beauty meets intellectual expression. You sit down to think and you become all nose or forehead or something like that. I mean, look at successful men of any profession. They're hideous. Except in the church, of course, because in the church they don't need to think. An 80-year-old preacher will say the same things he was told when he was 18.
Do you have a point?
Your friend here, whose name you haven't told me, but who is very fascinating to me, she never thinks. She's a brainless hottie who will always be there to stare at. Don't flatter yourself, Basil, you're nothing like her.
I know I don't look like her. I wouldn't want to be as pretty as her. There's something deadly about all physical and intellectual distinction. It's better if I don't stand out. The ugly and the stupid have the best of it in this world. They can sit back and watch the play. They don't know anything about victory, and so they don't have to know anything about defeat. We should all live like that. Your wealth, my brain, Dori Gray's good looks. We will all suffer for what God has given us.
Dori Gray. Is that Gray with an A or an E? Is she on Twitter?
Harry, stop!
No, I must know more about this Dori Gray.
Are you married?
Doesn't mean I can't look.
I shouldn't have told you her name. Now you can find out anything you want about her on Twitter or whatever. You know I hate how social media tells you everything about a person. It ruins the secrecy of people. Secrecy is about the only thing that keeps people interesting these days, and now people just post their whole lives on the internet and ruin it.
Secrecy isn't dead. Like you said, I'm married. You know the best part about being married? Lying to your wife. I never know where she is, and she never knows where I am. When we do have dinner together, we just lie to each other. Victoria's much better at it than I am. I get my dates confused a lot. But when she notices, she never gets mad. It's great.
I hate the way you talk about your marriage, Harry. I like to think you're a really good husband, and you're just ashamed to admit it. You never say anything right, and you never do anything wrong. It's all an act to you.
Being natural is an act, and the most irritating act I know. So what's the real reason you won't post that picture?
I told you the real reason.
No, you didn't.
Harry, you just don't understand. When it comes to art, it's not what's in the picture that's revealed, but the artists themselves. The reason I won't post it is because I'm afraid by doing so, I'll reveal the secret of my own soul.
And what is that?
There isn't much to tell, and you wouldn't understand anyway.
Try me.
When I first saw her, I felt scared. I felt like she was going to consume my entire soul. Nobody's ever made me feel like that.
How often do you see her?
She lives here. I see her every day. I couldn't be happy if I didn't see her every day. I need her.
Amazing. I never thought you'd care for anything but your art.
She's all my art is to me now. I sometimes think, Harry, that there are only two eras of importance in the world's history. The first is the appearance of a new medium for art, and the second is the appearance of a new personality for art also. What the invention of oil painting was to the Venetians, what the face of Antinous was to the ancient Greeks, is what the face of Dorian Gray will someday be to me. She is much more than a model or a great selfie. Not that her beauty is something that art can't capture. There's nothing art can't express. But in some way, her personality has suggested to me an entirely new mode of style. I see things differently. I think of them differently. I can now recreate life in a way that was hidden from me before. A dream of form in days of thought. Who is it who says that? Anyway, that is what Dorian Gray has been to me. Her merely visible presence, the harmony of soul and body. We, in our madness, have separated the two and have invented a realism that is vulgar, an ideality that is void. Harry, if you only knew what Dorian Gray is to me. You remember that landscape I painted that someone offered to buy from me but I wouldn't sell? It is one of the best things I've ever done. And why? Because Dori sat next to me while I painted it. Some influence passed from her to me. And for the first time in my life, I saw in the plain woodland the wonder I had always looked for and always missed.
So you think she's cute, huh?
Oh, shut up, Harry.
No, it's great. I have to meet her. I have to know if she's worthy of Basil Hallward.
See, now this is why I don't tell you anything.
Don't you, though? So is Dori Gray fond of you?
She likes me. I mean, she wouldn't live with me if she didn't. I do tend to flatter her, though. We sit and talk for hours, but I also feel like she enjoys torturing me a little too much. I've given my heart to someone who treats it like a flower to put in her hair. I'm just decoration to her.
Basil, it's fine. Maybe you'll get over her soon. I know you will. One day you'll look back at this and this picture of Dorian Gray will be just another selfie on Instagram. You'll find something wrong with her, I'm sure.
No, I won't. As long as I live, the personality of Dori Gray will dominate me. You can't feel what I feel. You don't know what it's like.
Basil, I'm a faithless man in a faithless marriage. I know your pain. I still want to meet her, though.
No!
Why not?
Because you'll ruin her!
Ruin her? How could I possibly... I promise I will do my best not to ruin your friend.
Don't spoil her, Harry. I'm trusting you.
You are a ridiculous human being.
Alright, I'll just cut out all that dead air and start right here. I have to get this up today or I'll be behind. I hope I can figure out how to cut the right part.